everybody, and yes, this is actually the Elimination Chamber review and other things. This is going to be a whole lot of other things. This will probably be maybe a long video, because I'm going to talk about a whole lot of stuff that I wanted to talk about. I've been sick, so I haven't been able to really do a video, and when I say that, I mean, like, so sick that if there's no way I could have gotten through a video without heavily editing it, and I don't want to heavily edit a video, sorry. I'm lazy like that. But anyways, so yeah, so there's a lot I want to talk about. You probably actually label this video instead of the Elimination Chamber review. You could actually probably label it "Why Scripted Promos Suck," and we're going to get into that. I'm really going to start the Raw, last week's Raw, and talk about the Rock's promo, which was really good. Well, not just really good; it was amazing, to be honest, and really hit home to me the fact that scripted promos suck ass, because that promo was not scripted. A lot of that was The Rock. I'm sure he was helped with a little bit of stuff, but with the catch for it, maybe, some things, but not overly, not like what we normally see, not to where guys are, so worried about what they were supposed to say that they're just not kind of letting it flow, so to speak. So it came off really good. Of course, he went after Cena, he went after Miz. It came off really awesome. I do think just from more casual fans that I know of and have talked to, that they got the idea, oh, wow, is Rock going to take on Miz and Cena at WrestleMania? And I'm like, no, that's probably not what's going to happen. He probably might be part of the match in some capacity, but he's probably not going to actually wrestle them, which, unfortunately, hey, it is what it is. So that would be the only negative I have about that. But other than that, I thought the promo was amazing, which led right into Elimination Chamber. So let's talk about this pay-per-view. And again, we'll talk about why scripted promos suck. As is the case during the Elimination Chamber, my only real problem with this pay-per-view, and this is usually the case with the Elimination Chamber, is we usually get segments that should be on TV. Of course, sometimes they're really good. We got the we got the Big Show Mayweather segment from the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, so that was really good. But a lot of the other segments have never, have kind of in my opinion. But you judge this pay-per-view ultimately on the Elimination Chambers and hope everything else just kind of works. Wrestling-wise, this was an awesome pay-per-view. But the other stuff probably didn't come off as well, but we'll get into that. So they started with Alberto Del Rio versus Kofi Kingston, which kind of surprised me, although they didn't really explain why, the title, Kofi's title, was not up for grab, or even that really Kofi was champion. But we did get a match. It was a really good match. I really enjoyed it. Thought it was good. Thought it was kind of odd that it was the opener, but that kind of got explained later. A lot of fun. They hit a lot of neat spots, and it was good back and forth action and just really good stuff. I mean, they let these guys go out there for a while, and they delivered. Then we got the Smackdown Chamber, which was awesome, mainly due, well, almost entirely due to Edge and Ray. The other guys in the match, not that they were bad, but I don't think they were necessarily booked. When you put Big Show and, which he was like, he ended up replacing Zack Ryder. Or not Zack Ryder. Did I say Zack Ryder? Yes, I said Zack Ryder. Anyways. He ended up being the replacement. And, he ended up being Dolph Ziggler's replacement. And you have, Kane in there. And kind of, you have two giants in there. It doesn't kind of work, Wade Barrett's still fairly green. So, you have that as well. So it's just, but the match was excellent because of Ray and Edge, so that was really good. And then at the end, Del Rio comes out, attacks Edge, and then Christian makes his return, which was awesome stuff. And the crowd went nuts, and it was all good, which explained why Del Rio and Kofi went on first. So there we had that. Then we got into some of the in this pay-per-view, to put it mildly. Kind of odd stuff, not gonna lie. We got into the middle portion, which on the Elimination Chamber pay-per-views can be kind of interesting, to say the least. So we got a promo by Jerry Lawler. Again, this is why scripted promos suck. Because Jerry Lawler did not do a scripted promo. He went out there and did it. Jerry Lawler is one of the best talkers there is. I mean, he knows how to work the mic. And people, everyone was griping about this match Miz versus Lawler. I actually thought it was probably going to be pretty good, or not good, but I didn't have a problem with it because it's Jerry Lawler, it's Miz, it's on Elimination Chamber. You know, it's in that who cares section between the two chambers, so it didn't really bother me that much. And then Jerry Lawler goes out and cuts this promo, which was awesome, and shows, again, why scripted promos suck, because you know this was not scripted, and this made this match just that much better. It made it that much better to the people there live, made it that much better, I'm sure, that everyone was watching. It was just an awesome freaking promo. So then we go back to the ring, and we get the absolutely opposite of this. Booker T comes out, introduces Trish Stratus as she's going to be one of the trainers for the new Tough Enough, and and she cuts one of the worst promos of her career. It was not very good. It was actually really bad, and yeah, it just wasn't over. Yeah, it just wasn't good. Then we got a match. Finally, we got Kozlov and Santino taking on Heath, Slater, and Justin Gabriel. This was This was probably about as good as a Kozlov, Santino, Slater, Gabriel match could be. Maybe it could be a little better, but it was, it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't okay either. It was just kind of But it wasn't, they've definitely put worse. I mean, for this was definitely the worst match on the show. And on this show, that's really not saying that much, because almost everything else on the show was good. So there you go. Then Vickie came out and did another segment. Yes, we got segment after segment. We had 2 segments on this Elimination Chamber. She came out, talked about Dolph, talked about how everyone needed to, but did an excellent job. Vickie's awesome. The first part of this was awesome because Vickie's just awesome and was doing, was being very somber and was trying to get everybody, we got to get, Dolph's job back. And then, then Teddy came out, said, he was in a hiring mood, and Vickie got excited, but it was Kelly. He brought Kelly back, who came down, killed Vickie. Then, Lake Cool came out, killed Kelly. Then Trish came out, in high heels. I guess she didn't know she was going to wrestle. I don't know. Or do something. And, because she was in high heels, she didn't look very good. And, this just came off ish. At the end, it just didn't come off very good, so there we go. Then we got a video package. It should have been on the paper, should have been like on Raw or Smackdown or somewhere. Maybe it was on Smackdown, I didn't see it, but it definitely wasn't on Raw, and because this was awesome. And, we got Miz versus Jerry Lawler, which was awesome for what it was. I would say it was a good match. I hope everyone that bitched and whined and moaned that this was going to be on this pay-per-view got to see why some of us said, you know what, this isn't such a bad idea. Jerry Lawler, even at his age, can still work his match, and you saw that. He knows how to be a babyface. He knows how to be a heel. He knows how to get people involved in a match. He has that awe about him, and he always has, even with his size and everything else. And he was able to do all of that. The crowd was into this. That helped a bunch. And this was just fun to watch. This was just, especially after everything else we'd seen between the 2 chambers, this was just really, really fun to watch. And, really, really enjoyed it. And then we got the Raw chamber, which was, I would say great. Not as good as the Smackdown chamber. But I would say only reason that is because the last, the finishing sequence seemed to go really fast, so maybe they were going long or something. It seemed to go way too fast. But other than that, I thought this was good. CM Punk was way over. They did do the little bit where CM Punk got eliminated, but wasn't really eliminated, and wasn't too big into that. But oh well. But it looked like Punk might win. I didn't think he was going to win. I know some people have griped that, this pay-per-view didn't have enough surprises on it. I'm fine with that because, I was still entertained by the vast majority of this pay-per-view. I don't necessarily need to be surprised. I just have to, not be, treated like I'm stupid. And I wasn't treated like I was stupid for the most part of this pay-per-view. So I was completely happy with it, enjoyed the wrestling. I would definitely say, you know, when the DVD comes out, buy the DVD. If you can, you know, order the replay, order the replay. Really, really good stuff. Everything on here, you know, for the most part, everything on here was good. The segments were but, you know, everything else was, I thought was enjoyable. I still give this, you know, like an 8.5, somewhere in that range. But, yeah. So there was that. Then, of course, we go to Raw, which, of course, is going to lead up to WrestleMania, which I will be at. And hopefully, I'm sure some of you will probably be there, too. For the whole extravaganza that is WrestleMania weekend, which, if you've never been to WrestleMania weekend, and you plan to go to as much stuff as you can, let me tell you, you will die. You will suffer wrestling overload, and you will need at least 3 days to recover. I mean, you're talking ROH, you're talking Dragon Gate, and ROH on the same day. You're talking, maybe if you go to Dragon Gate on Sunday, yes, they're going to have a Sunday morning show before WrestleMania, if you go to that show. You can also, if you would want, you can go to Access at some point, maybe skip one of these, go to the Wrestle Reunion stuff if you want to go to the Wrestle Reunion stuff, go to the Hall of Fame, of course, if you want to go do that as well, and then you have WrestleMania, and then if you want, you can go to the Raw, you know, the next day. That's a lot of stuff. And last year, when we were all there, I know some of you saw the videos, we were beat, we were dead tired. You know, it was just insane. This year's probably going to be more insane. So, but, you know, I think it's probably the best weekend in wrestling in the United States. So, there you go. With King of Trios probably being a close second. Even though I've never been, because they put it so close to WrestleMania, I can never go. But someday, I will go to King of Trios. But anyways, that's beside the point. Let's talk about Raw. So again, why scripted promos suck. John Cena comes out, starts cutting a scripted promo, at least, you know, his standard scripted promo. And then drops the hint and says that, you know, he's basically gonna rap. And I was on here, I was on the computer watching it, I was on Skype, I was talking to Instant Classic and some other people. And Instant Classic was watching it, I guess, in another room, came in, I wish I had this on video because it was hilarious, came in and just said, Cena's gonna rap, got all marky and left. And then came back later. You know, I've always said John Cena doesn't suck. It's really how he's used, and you saw this because I think just about everyone went crazy for this. I think people forgot that, yeah, remember when this guy did this, and almost everyone really liked him when he did this? People have short memories. Went off on The Rock, cut a very not PG, you know, promo. You know, this promo you couldn't have cleaned up no matter what, but was really good, served its purpose, and my opinion, you know, that since we know that John Cena did that before, and I don't know if those are scripted or not, but they definitely were more edgy. I would say that it's pretty freaking good, and I think got people excited. The Miz promo, not so good. Was definitely scripted and not so good. And of course the other stuff on Raw. And of course we had the Undertaker Triple H confrontation, which was cool, except I thought it went on too long. You know, Triple H had to do all four corners. I'm not hating on Triple H, I'm just saying that all four corners really, and then we didn't get anything out of it, but you know, we got like 6 weeks, so that doesn't really matter. But still, I thought for, you know, doing a promo where you're not going to actually say anything, I just thought it went on too long. Probably served its purpose, was still good, I'm not saying it was bad, but that's just mine. And of course we had the main event, which was horrible and stupid, and served no purpose. Triple H and Taker should have ended the show, not sure why they ended the show, not sure who thought they shouldn't end the show, but whoever it was needs to have their head examined. But anyways, with that, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I gotta say. I will be doing or at least talking. I'm not going to say I'm going to do a hype video, because I'm not going to necessarily do the standard hype video for the ROH pay-per-view. It is this weekend. Might do that tomorrow. The 9th anniversary show? Yeah. And, which, should be a good show, but I don't think it has a lot of hype behind it for various reasons, and I'll get into that. But, you know, I am looking forward to at least a couple matches on there, if I'm not looking so forward to the main event. But hey, we'll see what we get. I have faith we might get a little surprise on there, so we'll see. But anyways, with that, I'm out. Have a good one. Later.